Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Going. Yeah, man. So, from going to start off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, the bonus to the other apostles of great Millstone, who teach and rule well, and shalom to the sincere Akim, to furnish truth and sincerity. Shalom. So, the reason for me making this tutorial concerning how to make unleavened bread is because, we've entered into the time of the Pasach. Yesterday, we kept the Pasach, and after that you have to also eat unleavened bread for 7 days. And I got a couple of questions from a couple of brothers concerning how to make the unleavened bread, which means no leavening agent is contained within the bread that I'm about to make. So what you need for that is flour, is salt for taste and flavor. You need your oil to cook in, and you use your water, and of course your frying pan. And I'm going to read a scripture in book of Exodus, chapter 12, which Exodus chapter 12 goes into basically into the Pasach, which is the Passover. And it says, Exodus chapter 12, verse 15. And it says, 7 days shall you eat unleavened bread. Even the first day you should put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. So prior, the Pasach coming up, you have to take away all the leaven out of your house. You see all the leavening agents that are able to, leaven, that are used as leavening products. And we're supposed to, eat unleavened, for 7 days, which means we're not allowed to eat bread or products containing any yeast or leavening agents. So, me receiving the question of how to make unleavened bread, and telling brothers, you take this and this, and you do this and this. A brother today, he posted in the chat, does someone have a tutorial video? And another brother forwarded that message in the private chat with me and him alone. And then I was like, man, let me just make the video. So before I'm gonna show you how to do it, I'm gonna first wash my hands. Focus the camera. A little bit closer. So basically the ratio that I use is 2 parts of flour and 1 part of water. So the brother asked in the chat, what he should use. I said for 1 kilo of flour, which is roughly 2.2 pounds, you have about a pound of water, or half a liter. Put it to the grams. Which this equals about 255 grams. So I'll need about 125 grams of water. It's 120, 29, it's a little bit more, but when you're later on, it becomes, a good mixture. A little bit oil in the pan already. You just mix the water with the flour. first it becomes kind of sticky, but you know, after a while, when all the flour is mixed up, you know, it doesn't become as sticky anymore. And the reason, you know, we are supposed to eat the unleavened bread like that is because during the time that we fled Egypt, you know, we had to eat, you know, everything in haste. So there was no time for the bread to actually, you know, leaven. You see, so we're also supposed to, you know, eat at the Pesach. We're supposed to eat the bread, etc., with our shoes on, you know, because that indicates the haste, you know, that we, you know, had back in those times. And you see with this consistency, you know, with 2 parts of flour, 1 part of water, you get actually a good, you know, consistency to be able to make your bread. You know, first make the balls, divide it in equal portions, and then you're gonna, you know, flatten it out. Which I don't have a roller at hand today, so I'm just gonna, you know, do it by hand. You know, and also the first time that I ever did the Pesach myself, you know, was like a couple of years ago, you know, 2019. And then I messed up, man. I messed up. But as the years progressed, you know, you improve yourself within the truth. So, you know, it also means, you know, the things that you do, you know, rehearsing the righteous act, Yahawashi and Rawchaa will become better and better. You know. Let me see. No comments yet. Yeah, man, this is the consistency that I have right now concerning the dough, which is not sticky anymore. They just divide it up into little pieces. You know, a little bit like equal size and weight, but you never get it perfect without a weight scale. Should put mine away already. You don't want to make it dirty. Shalom, Bahasham, Qadash, Barakatah. Which making this bread is not that difficult, you know. But if you've never done it before, you know, it's kind of hard to figure out the measurements. But once you know the measurements, it's easy as you know, easy as 1, 2, 3. Turn up the heat a little bit. Oop. Let me see. I have this. Let me use the tea mug. This is the first one. Don't look as pretty, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Suffering up the salt. What I used to make the dough, I just used flour and water, and the ratio that I used it with is 2 parts flour, 1 part water. So if you have 1 kilo or 2.2, what is it, like 2.2 pounds? If I'm correctly, that's the correct change in weight from pounds to kilos. 2.2 pounds are like 1 pound or 1.2 pounds of water. But the measurement is like 2 parts of flour, 1 part of water, and I had 255 grams of flour left, and 129 grams of water was being used. No problem, man. No problem. I am the bar. That's what we're here for, right? Helping out each other, whether it's miles away or, thousands of miles away. As you can see, the first one is golden brown. You know, it depends on what you prefer yourself. But this one is pretty much finished. And you can make them as thin as you want. You know, because I don't have the correct roller at home right now. You know, I'm not able to really get it thin. So it's a little bit thick right now. But it all depends on what you prefer yourself. You know, as long as it has no leaven, you know, no leavening agent, you know, it's cool. And there has to be a little bit of oil in the pan, like a thin layer, for it to get really nice. Because if you don't do it that much, it gets like real dry. You don't want it to get dry because then you can just easily buy the buy the matzahs, which are these so-called Jewish crackers, But if you get the right measurements, you do the right things, and after practicing, it's just like eating a wrap, Only there's no leaven in it. So even children might like it, put some cheese on there, some chicken, This flour is like the whole grain. Yeah, in Dutch we say bloemed. This is patent, which this is a more refined one. But you can buy any kind of flour that you like. If you want the whole grain, of course you have a little bit more fibers in there. But any flour will do. As long as there is no leavening agent in there, it's good, man. This one is a little bit more on the roasted side. Back in the days, the first year I bought like something else. Let me look up. What I had. Well, when I look it up right now, it's basically the same thing. But when I made it the first year, it didn't turn out to be that nice. But I see that it's basically what I had was the basis for flour. So flour was flour is basically the sieved version. What I had was the sieve. What I had in the first year was the what is it? Look at the word, man. This is all through the spirit, so sift. What I had the first year was the unsifted version of flour, which I prefer to have flour instead of that other version. But yeah. you see that they absorb a little bit of oil, so might have to add a little bit more depending on how this one goes. Yeah, man. That's correct, man. Wheat flour is high in, but this is walk circumspectly 144. Wheat flour is high in fiber, a better source of nutrients than white, high in glycemic index. Yeah, man. That's true, because the fibers make sure that the food is digested more slowly. Just like adding fats to your meal, you know, the food is absorbed more slowly. Yeah, man. That's true. So while you're busy, you know, flipping them, you know, you also put a little bit of salt on there. This is just Himalaya salt. Now, this ain't no rocket science, you know, but you know, with practice, practice makes perfect. Damn, this one's done quickly. And of course, for the brothers and sisters, you know, you can also, you know, just buy, you know, the unleavened bread, you know, in the store, you know, because we all got busy lives, you know, so don't feel ashamed, you know, to just buy it. Yeah, man, soft. And the thing is, it's best eaten when it's fresh. Eating it a day later, you can still eat it, but you know, of course, the quality is gonna, you know, become less, a bit more like chewy. You know, in Dutch we say Thai, which is like more chewy, like more trouble with you know, like you know, digesting it in your mouth. Yeah, man. If you put some cheese in there, the cheese is gonna melt. You know, you can put some rucola or a bit of herbs on there as well. You know, some chicken without leavening agent. You know, yeah, you can make it. You can make it just the way you like, man. So you know, you might think, hey, I'm not allowed to eat certain things during this week, but there's a lot of things that you can still eat. You just have to be very careful looking at the ingredients. Yeah, man. You know, and outside of the Pasach, you know, and the you know, the week concerning it as well, you know, you can make Johnny cake, which Johnny cake is from the Caribbean islands, you know, which is like the same recipe, but added with milk, milk, water, and baking powder. then just fry it in a pan, like with I guess if you fry potatoes, you know, and get fries, you get these delicious breads, man. Delicious. But for now, we ain't gonna use no leavening agents. Put a little bit more. Which this preparation, of course, makes a little bit, you know, high density caloric food, meaning it packs a lot of calories due to the oil being used, you know, and the amount of flour. But it's also feels sure very good though. Shalom Akel Yahawah Bahasham Qadash Barakatam. Yeah, man. You can just put veggies, cheese. I'm gonna let it come a little bit closer. So let's just see a little bit, you know, in that bed, man, in that bed. Cutting up some cheese now. You have to put them there because now they're still hot. So the cheese will melt. Just makes it extra nice. And of course, you can also put some peanut butter on there if you like. You know, yeah, man. The rolling pin makes it way easier, man. You know, and then all of a sudden, you know, I seen this tea mug, you know, that I had, you know, standing there to basically soak with water. So I was like, let me just use that because I remember using it back in the days. You know, talking about a rolling pin, but hey, you know how Jake is crafty, you know, coming up with certain things to make their job a bit easier. So I came up with this, man, at the spot. Put the fire a little bit lower. the cheese. I think the other one he's gonna leave for the night or something. But yeah, man. You know, you can, like I said, you can also put some peanut butter on there, some jelly, you know, whatever you like. Let me get this thing up, man. So that's way better. So yeah, man, you'll get the idea. Here to you know, this tutorial concerning how to make unleavened bread during the time of the Pesach was edifying. It's not that difficult, you know. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Double honors to the other apostles of great Millstone who teach and rule well, and shalom to the sincere Akim for his truth and sincerity. Shalom. So what up for those that were watching, you know, to make the lesson a bit more interactive. Shalom.